So today what I want to do is talk about carpetbaggers during the SHTF. Now, I found it kind of appropriate. I'm sitting here in the town of Yanceyville in North Carolina in front of the courthouse. During Reconstruction after the Civil War, the economy was in tatters and basically didn't exist. And you had people from up north, out west, and other countries come into the area, and they were called carpetbaggers because their suitcase was made out of high-cost carpeting. So they were called carpetbaggers. And what these people would do is take advantage of the people that were down and out and desperate. During Reconstruction, carpetbagging was so bad that it created an atmosphere that almost ignited another civil war. And these people were universally hated by the residents of the area. And the resentment against the occupation and Reconstruction efforts in the area was really furthered by carpetbagging activities. And as a point of interest, this courthouse is where the last sitting U.S. Senator in the United States was assassinated. And that occurred during Reconstruction. And also in this town, the local militia in this county actually mounted operations against the occupation forces in this area, and it came very close to reigniting the Civil War. So where this all is related to is the attitude that I've seen on many of the gold and silver sites, the gold and silver channels, and a lot of survival channels where they talk about taking advantage of the down and out during SHTF. And the way this is communicated is there'll be all kinds of deals and sales after the collapse. Now, I want to tell you something about silver and gold, barter transactions, and how people solve interpersonal conflict. So the first thing you have to realize, if you're going to buy something in a SHTF situation or an economic collapse, you're going to have to occupy that real estate protected. So when I was working at a contracting company, I explained to a team there that there's only two ways to handle interpersonal conflict in a SHTF situation. One is negotiation, the other is Mogadishu style. Now, what is Mogadishu style? That's a term that came out of the operations of General Aidid and how he occupied and pacified areas. So if you're a carpetbagger, you're going to be hated. And people are going to act against you when they have the opportunity. So if you go in and take advantage of people and basically steal their belongings for next to nothing, you're going to fall into the category of General Aidid. Now, the way he solved problems was he would roll 3 technicals into the front yard of the opposition and kill everybody. So if you expect to take advantage of people, that's what's going to happen to you. If you're a carpetbagger, you're going to be hunted down eventually and taken care of. You fit right in the same category as looters, grifters, highwaymen, and robbers. So in SHTF, do you really think that people are going to just allow you to take their belongings for nothing? And the final thing I want to say about the gold and silver is I'm old enough that I actually talked to people that lived during the Depression and bought stuff with silver. So gold was illegal at the time, so you could do black market transactions with gold, but you couldn't buy real estate. So they purchased real estate during the Depression with silver. And you don't buy it at the bargain prices that's communicated to you in all these videos that these get rich quick channels and gold and silver channels tell you. Because right now, if you look at the ratio of silver, cash, and real estate, 300 ounces of silver is roughly somewhere between $9,000 and $12,000, whether it's bullion coins, sovereign coins, antique coins. So right now, the dollar ratio is roughly 300 ounces to $10,000. And that's retail, it's not wholesale. And then you look at real estate. So silver during SHTF, the ratio of value of 300 ounces of silver would still be the same in real estate as it was before and after the crash. The difference is the ratio to dollars. So the dollar ratio would be much higher for silver. But the silver would buy the same real estate, because if you think about it, unless you are carpetbagging and you have the military wherewithal to support those activities, you're going to be paying just about the same ratio of value for value of silver to land as you would before and after the collapse, because the land, the farmland, the high-end real estate, goods that are very valuable before SHTF are still going to be valuable after SHTF. So the whole theory is gold and silver hold their value, and so do high dollar assets. So in this equation, the only thing changing is the value of the dollar. The value ratio assets between the real estate and silver and gold does not really change. So if you take an example, if you go to 1918, $20 of gold would buy you a high-end suit. It'd buy you a Colt 45 high-end gun from Colt Firearms. It buys the same thing today, 100 years later. So think about what I'm saying, and don't be a carpetbagger, because I know what your fate will be if you're a carpetbagger and you take advantage of people. Because one day on the highway, it'll be your turn. Please rate, comment, subscribe. We'll see you on the next episode.